Synthetic division with remainder. You can notice in the first problem on the left that there are no missing terms in the numerator because you have an x squared, an x to the first power, and a constant. So you're ready to set up your problem. So you'll write 2, 1, negative 1. And on the outside, of course, you will put negative 4, and you're ready to start. First thing you do is bring down the 2. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Adding that, you get negative 7. Negative 4 times negative 8 is 28. And you add that, you get 27. The number on the end is your remainder. You can see that this problem started with x squared. So I'm going to start here with x because you drop it down 1, and then you have a constant. And so that answer is 2x minus 7 plus, because it's a positive 27 there, 27 over the divisor, which is x plus 4. And you could see that right here. That divisor is the denominator. Okay. In the second problem, also there are no missing terms. You have an x to the third, x squared, x to the first, and then a constant. So it goes in order descending. No terms missing. And so you can start your problem. You'll put 1, negative 6, 6, and negative 2. And also then on the outside, you're going to put 6. And here we go. Bring down the 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Add that, you get 0. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 times 6 is 36. And then when you add that up, you get 34. And that will be your remainder. And again, this problem started with x to the third. So I'm going to drop it down 1. X squared, x, and a constant. And you can see right here that there is no x value, so you will not include it. And so your answer is x squared plus 6 plus 34 over x minus 6. And again, this is where you get the x minus 6 from, the divisor and the denominator. Okay. Next question, you can see again, there are no missing terms. Descending order, 3, 2, 1, and the constant. So you can start your problem. 1, 4, negative 1, negative 18. Negative 5 on the outside. And here we go. So we're going to have 1 here. Negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. Add, you get negative 1. Negative 5 times negative 1 is 5. Add it, you get 4. Negative 5 times 4 is negative 20. You get negative 38. That is your remainder. And again, because we started with x to the third, we're going to say we're starting with x squared, x, and the constant. So you have x squared minus x plus 4 minus 38 over x plus 5. Okay, again, the x plus 5, don't forget it, that's where it comes from. Next one, I can see there's a term missing. I see 4, 3, I don't see a 2, an x squared value, and then 1 and the constant. And so I'm just going to rewrite it very quickly, just so you see it. It's x to the fourth minus 14x to the third, plus 0x squared, that's your placeholder, plus 23x minus 24. And of course, that is all over x minus 1. So here we go. 1, negative 14, 0, 23, and negative 24. On the outside, I'm going to put 1. And we're ready to go. Bring down the 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Add it, you get negative 13. Negative 13 times 1 is negative 13. You get negative 13 again. 1 times negative 13 is negative 13. When you add that, you get 10. 1 times 10 is 10, and you get negative 14 remainder. Again, this problem started with x to the fourth, so we have x to the third, x squared, x, and a constant. So your answer is x to the third minus 13x squared minus 13x plus 10 minus 14 over x minus 1. And just for good measure, here's where the x minus 1's come from. Okay, two more. Another missing term problem. So you have x to the third, you don't have an x squared, but you have an x to the first power and a constant. And again, just rewriting it, you have 2x to the third plus 0x squared as a placeholder, minus 25x minus 29, all over x plus 4. And so here we go. I'm going to have 2, 0, negative 25, and negative 29. And on the outside, we're going to have negative 4. I'm going to bring down the 2. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. Add it up, you get negative 8. Negative 4 times negative 8 is 32. And when I add that, I get 7. Negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. And that's negative 57. That is your remainder. Started with x to the third. I'm going to have x squared, x, and the constant. And so your answer will be 2x to the second minus 8x plus 7 minus 57 over x plus 4. And that's your answer. One more. Missing term. Now we're missing two terms. We have x to the third. We do not have an x squared or an x, but we do have a constant. So we're missing this one and this one. Let me rewrite it. X to the third plus 0x squared plus 0x minus 33 over x minus 2. And so here we go. 1, 0, 0, negative 33. On the outside will be 2. And we can start the problem. Bring down the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Get 2 when you add. 2 times 2 is 4. You get 4 when you add. 2 times 4 is 8. And when you subtract that problem, let's see, got it all, 2, 4, 5, yep, it's going to be negative 25, and that's your remainder. And so again, one more time, x to the third. So you're going to start with x squared, x, and a constant, and your answer will be x squared plus 2x plus 4 minus 25 over x minus 2. And that is your answer. And that's enough problems from me.